Everyone, and welcome back to Fancy Football. We are continuing our coverage of the Euro 2024 Championship group preview. We've looked at Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D, and today is the turn of Group E, where you have Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Nonso will be with me on the show once more again to talk about this group. Nonso, how do you see this group?
I think the group is a bit wide open. But achievers in the competition, they have really flattered to deceive. I must tell you for sure. The likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Jan Ventrogen, these guys are good war horses, hoping that they can compete in the Euros Cup proper. But it seems to be too close yet too far. They've been in the semi-final of the World Cup. They've been I think the quarterfinals of the Euros. They just get to be knocked out by one top team. The last time it was the team that won the title was Italy that knocked them out in the Euros, and they seem not to find the ability to move to the next step. They got to Roberto Martinez, it's not working, and they've got a new manager, hoping he can turn the ties as well. But to be sincere with you, Belgium are favourite to get out of this group as the group winners, but you can't rule out the other teams in the group as well. But from what on paper and what we've seen from the ranking, at some point Belgium were number one in the world, but they had not won an international trophy, so
Yeah.
they are the big favourite to top this group.
Okay, now looking at, we know the teams, we know the usual suspect in that team. We know how we expect that the team should come out and play football.
Yeah.
We expect that, but this is where we find ourselves. We have Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. I think for me, you said the group is open, but I see this group as not being widely open like that. I see Belgium as a favorite, no matter the outcome. Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine. Slovakia, I think for Slovakia, they have one or two players that they can really call in to do the job. The same thing with Romania, the same thing with
Exactly.
Ukraine as well. But let's look at the
Ukraine.
team by team. Let's look at the team by team and see the players.
Okay, but before we go to the team by team, quickly let's let them know. Like I did say, why I say it's quite open these days. Like you did say, I expect Belgium to top the group. To be sincere with you, no argument. But why I think it's open is because from the rest of the teams remaining in Group E, you don't think there's no big. You can't say this is the best second team in that group. So it's Belgium and whoever step up on the day. Slovakia can do something. Ukraine has got some good talent. Romania also has got a pocket of good players as well. But Belgium should be able to comfortably top the group. But for the other teams in the group, it's wide open. And don't forget, there's still a room for one of the best losers, to come out from this group, depending on how well they play against each other. So it's a quite open group.
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll the ball to Belgium. Look at the Belgian squad here. Look at what's the parade as a team. And they've paraded these players over a long period of time. You can see Yannick Carrasco in the midfield, Kevin De Bruyne or Mangala, who plays for Olympique Lyonnais, Amadou Onana, Everton, Yuri Talisman, Telemann, Aston Villa, formerly of Everton, Otto Veremi, Atletico Madrid. Look at Jonah Bagayoko, PSV, Charles Di Catalara, Atlanta, very good player. I think he's on loan from AC Milan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Jeremy Doku, the fast Jeremy Doku, Manchester City, Romelu Lukaku, Roma. I think he's the top scorer for that for Belgium, their all-time highest goal scorer. Donik Lubileski, Sevilla, Lois Oppener, RB Leipzig. Then Lando Trossard for Arsenal. Then look at the goalkeeping department. Kono Castello, Castellis, Wolfsburg, Thomas Kamieski, Luton Town.
Kiminski?
Yes.
Kiminski of Luton Town.
Yes, and Mike.
Yeah, and Marcels of Nottingham Forest as well. So two players playing the Premier League.
Yes, look at the defense. Axel Wilson. I don't know why Axel Wilson is part of this defense. I don't know why he's there. Otto Trotter's standard
Yeah,
range.
because
Then
he played that a lot of times for Atletico Madrid.
yes, he played
Yeah,
there, but in and out in the midfield and the defensive midfield as well. Thomas Munier, Trabzonspor,
yeah.
Zona Basti, I think Anderlecht, then Maxi de Sopra Club Brugge. Then you have Thomas
The
Castagen,
best of
Fulham. Yes,
Anderlecht,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is the team, the Belgium, the 25-man Belgium will be going to the Euros with. And we all know what the Belgians can come up with. You've said so. They were there in the semi-finals. They were there in the World Cup quarterfinals. They've been around. They've been really been puffing around, but they've not really. In short, at the time, coming back to what you said, they were world number one because they went like 3 years unbeaten. No team in
Absolutely.
Europe
Nobody
came
could come
close to them.
close.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they had, and they'll be playing in this 4-4-2 system. I don't know how is it a 4-3-3 system. In the group with 3 men up front. Romelu Lukaku should lead that 3 men. Maybe Jeremy Doku on the left, and Yannick Carrasco on the right, or Jeremy Doku on the left, Lando Trossard on the right, depending on how the manager. Then you have that 3 across midfield. Kevin De Bruyne will be there, Yannick Carrasco will be there, and maybe one of Amadou Onana or your Telemans will be there in the midfield. Then going to the back 4. I think they have this Jon Vertonghen, yes, Anderlecht, then Thomas Munier, then I think maybe Axel Witsel around there. So this is how they will set up. So what more do we expect them to do differently that they've not done before? That they've not done before by this Belgian side. Even when Martinez was their coach, Roberto Martinez was their coach. What more do we expect from this Belgian side that is to come in this tournament?
I think the Belgium team has showed us that they've got quality. You read that name of the players in the team, and what you will discover is that every player in that team has quality. From the goalkeeping department, though there's no Thibaut Courtois, we hear he's got issues with the coach Dominic Tedesco when he was denied the
And
captain
it's a
and he
shame.
walked out of the
I
team.
sorry I didn't even bring that up. It's a shame for one of the world best keeper, if not the best keeper in the world, to not be in the Euros. I just think managers and players should put down their egos and let's move on and enjoy football. And that is what
And
it should
apart from
be.
that, the coach could argue that he's not fully match fit. Don't forget,
No,
he
I
barely
think he
played
couldn't
3 or
argue that.
4 games after return
He
from
couldn't argue
injury.
that. No, so yeah,
But
let's put that.
he could argue. He could
Luke
argue that
Shaw.
because he released.
No. So you can't argue that. No,
Luke
you
Shaw
can't argue that.
Luke Shaw is a gamble. Luke Shaw to the national
Even
team.
Luke
We talked
Shaw
about
that
the
has
England
not,
national team. It's a
but
gamble.
Courtois is not a
It's a
gamble.
gamble.
Thibaut Courtois
Courtois
is not a
he's not
gamble.
played. Thibaut Courtois has barely played up to 5 games since he returned from injury.
Yes, he played 5 games, and what an excellent 5 games he has. He has.
Yes, I agree.
If Belgium lost or miss out at any point in the Euros, they'll be pointing, and there's a goalkeeping howler, or they'll be pointing at this, and that will get him sacked at the end of the day. But he's the manager of the team.
But don't forget, the 3 goalkeepers are not rookies. We saw Kinski in the Premier League. What goalkeeper he is? We saw Matthäus.
But they are not at the level of. No, so
because they haven't gotten the chance. Courtois was playing second fiddle at some point.
None of these players.
Don't forget.
That was 10 years ago. No, so
Courtois was playing exactly. So Courtois has got his chance and has done well. Let's give these guys a chance. They're not bad goalkeepers. I think they're one of the best keepers in their different leagues.
Best players. Go with your best players.
I quite agree with you. But if he's not full, if the man is much rusty, according to the coach Dominic Tedesco,
the man is not much rusty. Dominic Tedesco just don't just want to go with Courtois. He has a problem with him, and let's accept that.
No, Courtois decided to walk out of the pitch when he was stripped of the captain armband. That shows indiscipline. And the fact that this man, like I said, has been out for about 4 or 5 months, just came back. The coach would argue that he's not fully fit, and after all, we already have a back end issue. Why not just drop him and to avoid a lot of
I think he will be
drama
sacked.
in the national team.
I think he will be sacked if the team failed to qualify for the last 16, even for the quarterfinals of the Euro because of a goalkeeping howler. That's what I think. Let's move on.
I think they will qualify. I think they'll get to the quarterfinals. That's my own take. I think they will. I would foresee them getting to the semi-finals. They've got some good players here now. Every player in this team has got a right to start, from Timothy Castagne to what Feast of Leicester City to Thomas Meunier to Axel Witsel, who's making a return. Go to Yannick Carrasco, Kevin De Bruyne, or Mangala, who has gone to Lyon and reignited his career. He left Nottingham Forest. You have an Aldo Onana, who's been touted for Arsenal. You have Yuri Tillemans, Aston Villa, and Romelu Lukaku. You know, there's Lubeco, he plays for Sevilla. What a player he's been this season. Luis Openda of RB Leipzig as well. Leandro Trossard, Charles de Catalet. They've got some good players, man. So it's now how well the coach will set up. We all know the coach to set up in a 3-man defense, play Carrasco as a wing back. That's where that has been his natural formation. Play 3-man defense, play the wing backs to bring add width and support for, of course, the ability of Kevin De Bruyne and of course Trossard, and of course not forgetting the big Rome, Jurassic dinosaur himself, Romelu Lukaku. So the man has got a good team, and like you said, he's got a team that's got tournament experience. Majority of these players have been there before. Jan Ventogren, we know what he's done. I think the only player who started the ignition, if I put that word, of Belgian football, the only player who's missing from this team is Thomas Vermaelen.
Yeah,
that's the player still missing. Every other player who started is still here. Lukaku, Ventogren, Kevin De Bruyne, maybe Hazard had retired. If Hazard as a whistle, if Hazard had not retired, he should have been in this team. So they've got the tournament experience, and Tedesco's not a bad manager. We saw it in the qualifiers, the way he breezed past the teams in his group. So I foresee a great tournament for Belgium ahead in this Euro 2024. It's very, very going to be. I think the Euros will be bright for them, very bright.
Okay, now so from Belgium to Slovakia, let's look at what Slovakia will bring. Most of the Slovakian players play at home. Some of them in Turkey, some of them in Greece, and some of them in Germany as well. And a bit of them in the Heerenveen, the Dutch Premier League. And you see have some of them in Norway. So they are spread across Europe playing their football. And I see one man there that has been there in the Premier League, Martin Dubravka. Martin Dubravka. So Martin Dubravka. Yeah, so not Dubravka. So we've seen this man. So they have these players, and so what do you think these guys will come up with? Will they surprise us in this Euro, or will they just be part of the party? Will they just be part of the party? They be part of the party, the European party, and play the group stages,
just participate
and go back home. Yes.
Yeah, but to sincere with you, man, I think they've got some good players. I know they don't have the likes of Hamzik, Murak Hamzik, their maestro. Unfortunately for them, he has retired. He's not there. But if you look at the goalkeeping department, you realize that they've got 3 good goalkeepers. You've got Martin Dubravka of Newcastle. They played much game this season. They've got Matt Rodek of Fulham as well. Whenever he's been called upon to deputize for Ben Leno, he's done that so well. He's part of the team that got promoted to the Premier League. They've got Rafa Snare from New England Resolution from the MLS, and he's having a good time with his club. So goalkeeping department it's not going to be an issue. I think their major Achilles heel will be from the defense. I'm trying to point out most of the players they are inexperienced, except the 2 guys from Copenhagen, and of course Feyenoord. Talking about Dennis Varro and of course David Hanko, the 2 players. So they will not be able to get the job done for Slovakia. But if you look at other teams, like you have in the midfield is where their strength is. You have Stanislav Lubavka. He plays for Napoli. Yeah. He had a great season, though the team didn't do so well. You have Mathieu Beboro. He plays for VfL Bochum. Playing the Bayern Munich. You've got Pushka. He's one of the older players in the team, but he's playing in Slovak Bratislava. I don't know how good that league is, but it's one of their top players they will have to rely on, alongside Ade Duda, who plays for Hellas Verona. So there are some players here and there who you could have the attack. You have Lesor, Feyenoord, someone you can rely upon. Ivan Sanchez of Slava Prague. They play in Russia. They play in Scandinavia, and a bit of players play in the top leagues in Europe. So what will work for them is simply one thing, which is the team. I look at it from the team point of view, where the team will be hoping to get to play more as a team. Individually, they are not the biggest of names. And I don't think any of these players will strike fears in the heart of any of the teams, top teams in the competition. But they play as a team. We've seen a certain Switzerland team when they came into the Blues, where the
Yeah,
likes of Granit Xhaka, the likes of Jordan Shaqiri made a name for themselves. And from there, voila, they moved to top clubs in Europe, and of course, their country became one of the top teams in Europe as well. Forcing their country to become a force to be reckoned with. So it's more as a team. I'll be hoping that Francesco Cantona, the coach of the team, will be hoping to get the boys playing together, to get the boys, coordinated together to see defend as a team, attack as a team, massive defense, massive attack. At this point in time, I don't think formation will play a major role for Slovakia. It's about the heart of these players. Are they ready to give 150% or drop it all on the pitch? And the best coach will tell you when you don't. It's better you have a team than to have a bunch of players who are talented. So they can work hard together. Whenever they leave the pitch, they can be sure that we have left 150% on the pitch of play, and then this is the best we could have done. Not with no regrets. I think they can just push over and get out of the group stages. It's doable, but I tell you, it's an Herculean task. Very very tough one for them to get out of this group because of the quality of players they've gathered. But like I said, football is a funny game. You could just see them be the story of the Euros 2024.
okay. No, so from Slovakia to Romania. Romania, I think the last time they were in the Euros was in 2016, and they didn't go beyond the group
Exactly,
stage. They didn't go beyond this
as
group stage.
always.
As always. But I think it's a team. It's a team that when you look at, you expect them to be up there. At least in when you look at the European ranking, they should be at least in the mid region of the European rankings. But they've not really showed themselves as a team that is really willing to take their football to the next level. That's how I see it. I don't know how another person sees it out there, or how you not so sees it, but it is what it is. Let's look at the team. Look at Romania. They also play in the 4-3-3 formation, and they are led by Edward Ian Donus. So, but look at, what do we expect from this team, from this Romanian team?
I expect a lot. To be sincere with you, I do expect a lot. I expect a lot because of, like you said, there's no top players in the team. I'm trying to figure out which player you can bank upon as a top player from the team, and I can't seem to phantom. I can't seem to understand any player who is there. The goalkeepers, they keep in Basel. One keeps in Basel. One is Atletico Madrid, although his second choice, or not even maybe even third choice. The fact that he's not playing professional keeps him ahead in his country. There's a country where you just have to play professional to get into the national team. It looks like this is one of them. So. To be sincere with you, their fairy tale may just be ending at the group stages of the Euro, because even qualifying for the tournament was a big one for them. Nobody gave them a chance to do so. Like you said, 2016, the last time they were here, and this is 2024. That's the last two editions. So I'm not convinced that they can pose any threat. But I could get again, if they can cause an upset from the knockout stages, why can't they do that now? So look at the goalkeeping department. Gaziantep, Turkey. They have Atletico Madrid is nowhere near the starting level anytime soon. Stefan Tonuso, FSC Basel. Then you come to the defense. You see the only guy I could think they will rely on is Dragozin, but you know what he is now. He sits on the bench and Spurs. They hardly barely get game time. It's the truth that happens. Is here with you. You go to the midfield. You have Nicolas Stanchu as well. Also, that old name in the house, plays for, look at the club, Danas. You just ask yourself, where's the spark going to come from?
But that's what they have. That's what they have as a team. So you have to do with what you have.
Exactly, absolutely.
And Edward,
most of the players play FSC. Most of the players play in Basel, FC Basel. So it is what it is, man. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm not optimistic for their chances, to be sincere with you. Now, I'm always they call me the bishop for a reason. I say it as it is. But I will come here and give them false hope. It will take an absolute miracle to get out of this group. An absolute miracle. That's why I say it.
Okay, let's see. Let's find out if we take an absolute miracle for Romania to get out. But if they get out from this group, but let's see. They will. If they will and if they won't. But if you ask my opinion too, so I would say it's gonna be a hell of a ride for them in this group. It's going to be a
It could
hell
be
of a ride for them
excruciating.
in this group
It could be excruciating.
because
I don't want to be Edward. I don't want to
but
be Edward at the moment, the coach of the team.
but you have
It
to
could
be
be
you have to
excruciating.
be you have to head forward. That's the truth. You have to head forward, and the team has to
Absolutely,
do.
absolutely.
So let's move from Belgium finally to Ukraine. Ukraine, we know the antecedents of Ukraine. We know the league in Ukraine have not been stable for the past 2 years now because of the war going up for it. But they've been able to call players from different angles of the world or different parts of the world. They've been able to call players, and these players have been able to hold their own. The players have been able to hold their own, and hopefully the players will come to play at the end of the day. But this is what they have. This is what they have paraded as a team. As a team, look at their 26. Look at the 26-man squad from Yarmolenko to excuse me, from Yarmolenko to Ole. Let me get my glasses. Okay, from Yarmolenko to Mikhail Modric to Zinchenko to Andrei Lunan. These are top players are playing out there for the Ukrainians. You also have Milinko.
Milinkovic
Okay,
Savic.
not Milinkovic
They've got some good players. No, Milinkovic Savic is Slovenia.
Yarmolenko. They got Yarmolenko, sorry.
Yeah,
For
Yarmolenko, yeah.
Everton.
Andrew.
That played for Everton.
He played for Everton, he played for Dynamo Kiev, he's returned back to them again.
Yeah, so they have 3 world-class goalkeepers in their ranks. For me, I think the veteran guy that has been there for Dynamo Kiev for a long time, he has been keeping for Ukraine. Then you have this guy that had this breakthrough last season for Real Madrid, Andrei Lunan, in that defense. So I think it's a team that has quality. They have quality, not full quality as you expect, but they have quality, and on a good day can beat any team around them in this group, especially the teams like Slovakia and Romania. They can go head
Oh yes, they can.
With those teams.
Oh yes, they can. Oh yes, they can. They're missing the service of Piatov. We talked about him. He's retired from the national team, the goalkeeper. What the goalkeeper the guy has been. But they've got Andrei Lunin of Madrid. They've got Benfica, and of course the goalkeeper from Dynamo, Bushchan. We know him so well. He has been there for some time now. Dynamo Kiev.
He's a veteran goalkeeper as well.
Top class goalkeeper. And the problem is, with Lunin's form, the coach have to gamble with Lunin and say, "Oh, we'll give the young man a chance," or we go to Bushchan. We'll wait and see. But I think either way, I think their goal post is well secured. We have Milinkovic, Mikolenko. We know him very well. He played for Everton. He returned back to them. You have Zabani. He plays for Bournemouth. He's with them. You've got this young man. I'm trying to remember the name. He plays for Dynamo's Shakhtar Donetsk. The Buddha also with them. So every player they have, it seems to be among the other 2 teams we earlier discussed about. They seem to have players playing in some of the top teams leagues in Europe who are well experienced. Playing the Premier League, playing in the Serie A and the Bundesliga, French League One, of course. Not forgetting the Spanish La Liga. You have look at their striking force. It's the top scorer in the Spanish league. You know him. His name is Artem Dubik. He plays for Girona. He is in this Ukrainian team.
It's a threat, to be frank. If
exactly.
The right services from the likes of Yarmolenko, the likes of Mikhail Modric that are playing in the midfield.
Mikhail Modric, exactly.
He will do a lot of damage.
So you look
just get the right service.
Not forgetting the guy who plays for Arsenal, who plays in the midfield as well.
Zinchenko. Yeah, I think he can always.
Yes, absolutely.
He can always play that midfield, maybe the left part of that midfield.
He can play the midfield, play the left part of the midfield, play as left back as well. A very versatile player. And don't forget Yarmolenko is also a goal scorer, a predator in front of goal.
Yes.
And come on. Exactly. The quality of the team is deafening. So they've got a huge chance to get out of the group, It's about getting out of the group first. Like I'm one person who believe it one step at a time. Don't over rush it. They will get out of this group. I think they should. They've got the quality too. We've talked about it already. But the problem is how far can they go? They seem to be an underachiever. You know, the last time they didn't qualify for the World
Mhm.
Cup after the World Cup war issue and they had to go to playoff, and you know what happened? We beat them. And everyone said, give them the slot because of the war. I said, come on, before you to play at the World Cup, you have to earn it. And they
You have
tried
to
to
end it,
earn it,
yeah.
but they lost it.
They lost it,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, but they've got that chance of redemption, you know, to put smiles in the face of the Ukrainians at home who are in battle against the Russians, you know. Try as much as possible to get them to smile, you know, get them happy, you know, give them something to cheer about. Oh, we've got players who are doing us proud in Europe. So it's beyond this game, this Euro for Ukraine is beyond football. It's about bringing the people of Ukraine together into in one voice and to believe, you know. And they've got a good coach in them. He said he Reblov, I think he was the coach of CSK Moscow at some point. He's a very experienced manager as well. So they would believe. They would believe. So I want to see how things pan out, but I'm very optimistic for them. I think they can get out of this group. But for me, it's beyond, the players will play beyond football for them. It's
Yeah.
about what it brings to them in in their nation. It's going to be a uniting factor. So the whole world will be watching them, including the fan, apparently Ukrainian, not only in their home front, but in diaspora as well. So it's a big tournament for Ukraine, and hopefully they do not disappoint the fans at home.
Okay, they won't. They will not disappoint the fans at home. That I'm sure of, and I hope my prediction. I'll tell you what my prediction is at the end of the day before after you tell the viewers your prediction. So let's okay now. So we are in the prediction this time now. So let's talk about who will qualify for this group. You have Belgium,
I
you have
think Belgium will
Slovakia,
qualify.
you have Belgium, you have Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. So who qualifies second behind Belgium?
It has to be Belgium and, of course, Ukraine. I think Ukraine to finish
Ukraine.
second.
Okay.
I think they've got the quality to do that. If Belgium is not even careful, they could sneak in and take the first position because it depends on what their result against Belgium is. If they get a draw against Belgium and get more better results, maybe more goals against the other team, they could top the group. So I see Belgium topping the group. I see Ukraine finishing second. I see Slovakia hoping to get one of the best loser slots. But unfortunately for Romania, like I always love to say, this is where the cookie crumble. This is the end of the road for them. But I
Okay.
tell you, it's a jolly ride. Qualifying for this tournament is a huge feat by Romania, and they should be happy that at least they are here among the best teams in Europe.
So which all the team in Group E, all the best of luck and in this Euro. Hopefully, we'll see what each and every one of them will bring on the table.